Let's play.
Right?
Okay.
We talked about this.
So do you remember how...
Go to a whorehouse.
And are you going to do the little cameras?
They're on.
Have they been on?
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch.
Are you going to be on
There
your
needs to
best
be a
behavior?
disclaimer.
He's trying to be on his best behavior.
Why, hello, who are you? Welcome to D&D, whoever you are. Yes.
Sally forth. Oh. Hello, fine maiden. Good day to you. Forsooth.
Wait, does he know that word?
Oh my god. Alright, Trent's now on his best behavior.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
He needs
The
warning
cameras
first.
are on. You're gonna love watching that part.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a short clip of that. Send it to you guys.
Oh.
You're so cute.
There's gonna be so much blackmail.
Okay.
You're
Okay,
so
so-
innocent.
Last session, you guys were able to kill Stagbringer.
Woo!
Stagbringer. And
Are your kids asleep now?
and we had ended just after that as Lady Tearle had gone off for a private conversation with Balthazar.
And Balthazar came back looking rather pale and drained and
Right.
Seemingly chastised.
And it seems like he said something really important to Red. What did he say to Red?
If you didn't write it down, you don't remember.
Where's your journal? I got mine.
Oh,
I got mine right
I
here.
think I was teary at the moment. That's what I remember.
Lady Tearle.
It is so powerful, but new and upcoming. Lady Tearle is decaying. Lady Tearle said she would fix the condition.
All right.
Boy, I don't know what I'm writing in here.
I think that's talking about the, Tearle.
We are useful tools to Lady Tearle.
Yeah, all that is good.
Good.
Very
All right.
true.
Okay.
The sword as reward, no lies. Has more power than you can know. That's what you said
Mhm.
to Red.
Talking about the sword that was taken from me while I was in hell.
As she's promised.
She's promised me. And Malachi was rather jealous or envious of whatever had transpired between myself and Lady
Yeah,
Tearle.
because of the power that was being shown. That
Now,
the
he did mention there were bite.
Yeah, I had
isn't it?
Oh,
bite marks
right,
on my
right,
head.
right.
I'm calling you BH.
Yep, I do too.
You do?
Uh-huh.
That's so
I'm glad it's not Balmazar.
BM.
Oh my gosh, we're so immature. Mostly you guys.
Mostly you.
Mostly you.
You
three.
should see us play when you're not here.
Oh, dang it.
We have our pinkies up. No, Brother Neff.
Oh, roll this dice
Brother
now.
Neff.
Yes. Roll it down that dice.
So very prim and proper. Yeah,
Such
you
a
bring out
lie.
the worst in us.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that.
But you do reduce the amount of farting, so that's good. Thank
Slightly.
Partying.
you. Farting.
Farting.
Oh.
Flatulence.
Poop. Air poop.
I say, the air biscuits in here are much decreased of late.
I'm just gonna sit here for a minute.
That was just farteth less.
Smelliest spots.
Oh, there you go. That
Thine
was partly-
shan't be as sullen as a spring morning, my dear.
Oh gosh.
Where were we?
Okay.
I can't remember. I put BH and
That's
then
fine.
an
Like,
arrow.
we really want
That's
to
as
play.
far as you
We're
got.
just having fun.
That's as far as you got, BH.
I have no idea what BH
So
said.
let's recap this session for tonight.
Did we level up?
So this,
Didn't even make it through the recap of last
This is
time.
going to be the most ridiculous YouTube video ever. This is D&D. It actually is.
this is actually a good
This is
representation.
I'm so sorry. Let's focus.
Get half of
Focus.
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 Why?
BH.
The point of D&D is to have fun.
But also
Are we
to
having
like
fun?
at at least go to the next room?
Balhazar, he/him, walks over to Malachi and seems rather drained. Staggers over, puts his hand on the chair that Malachi is seated at, and says, "She is the key to the victory that we seek."
Me.
No.
Not me? No. Turl?
Oh my
Lady
God.
Tearle.
Damn it.
She is the one with true power. I have been humbled.
Have been humbled?
You? Oh. I have long thought that Lady Tearle was our best interest at success.
She would
Not me.
also prove to be a very dangerous foe. We are best served by being allied with her.
But Lord Dorian is no slouch either. He does have power.
He represents the past. Lady Tearle represents the future.
I would concur with that. That means I agree.
Shut up, you. That's you, I meant.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks.
He's on camera now, so.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see him
Who are you?
flinch?
Your drink's gone. That's empty.
She wants more. She's gonna go to the bottle next. Take the top off before you.
Yeah. Take it from me.
Nice. Oh my God.
There's nothing in here.
Can't have mine.
What do you do when you empty the bottle?
What I what?
When you empty the bottle,
I'm sorry. Oh,
take the top off.
I'd already forgotten.
Get the
Did I finish both bottles?
you drunky grandma.
Who's the drunk?
It's Misty.
There
Oh,
you go.
look at
This
that.
one's better. This one's
Yeah.
better.
Ooh, nice.
Play the song. Yeah.
It was a Christmas song. If you didn't recognize it, it's on you.
I don't think they had Christmas in D&D.
I'm sorry.
So, was there anything you wanted to say in regards to what he just?
Okay, D&D.
D&D, I'm with you.
Man.
I was already there.
Can't take you anywhere.
I was already there.
Do you still just have BH?
No.
You have notes.
He's
Okay.
drained. To Malachi, he said, Tearle has the most power. BH has been humbled. She is dangerous foe. Dorian represents the past.
Lady Tearle represents the future.
Tearle.
I agree, and I think we have a clear path before us. However, Lord Dorian did request we bring Lady Tearle to him.
And we shall.
We shall?
We shall bring Lady Tearle to him. And she will vanquish him.
With our help.
What, aren't we supporting Lady Tearle right now and not
Yeah.
Dorian?
Yes, exactly.
Let me get the flashcards. I'll produce the flashcards and show you.
Flashcards. Is that your...
Don't write flashcards. Anyway, okay. Less drunk, more D&D.
Yes, so Lord Dorian sent us, but Lady Kersti Tearle will deliver us. Lord Dorian must die. A true death.
There you go. Write that.
I'm glad you agree. As you see Lady Tearle enter the room, the dwarf is with her.
Galmok.
She says, "It's time that we leave. There's no time to waste."
Leave the city.
Galmok has made preparations. You will be required to drive the carriage and wagon while I rest within.
What of Van Richten?
He will follow. There will be ample clues for him to find us, but we cannot be here when he arrives. He will be arriving very soon.
We can travel easily enough by night with you, but during the day,
Thus the wagon.
I would not pretend to offend you, fine lady, but would you be safe in the wagon during the day should something happen? Perhaps, and I do not, forgive me if I do not understand your kind, but perhaps if we were to even bury you during the day.
These are the preparations I speak of.
Excellent.
Galmok has my coffin in the wagon, contained within the appropriate dirt.
Excellent.
And I will rest within during the day. But now, we must leave. You will see to my protection while I sleep.
I will serve you with my life.
Good.
You'll be in a coffin
Yes, my dear.
during the day in dirt.
We will protect her.
We're protecting her.
Yes.
Our chance at
Try to
victory
keep her up
lies
to
with
speed, gentlemen.
Yes.
Shall we?
Fear not.
Will.
She has been.
And she turns,
Vampire.
swirls
her
her
dress.
dress, and you hear her footsteps clicking down the stone hallway.
As she turns and swirls, the scent of roses with that hint of decay in them wafts through the
And
air in
sweet,
front of Balthazar. Sweet and sickly.
Mm.
The scent of death that he so much enjoys. And he is somewhat aroused.
You don't need to write that
Fight.
down.
Yeah, you might want to write that down.
BH aroused
Yeah.
by the smell of decay.
So you go to where, and it is nighttime.
Okay.
It was very late at night, and you go to out into a courtyard where you see there is a wagon hitched to a horse, a couple of horses actually, and then there's also a carriage hitched to 2 horses. And she goes and climbs in the carriage, and Galmok climbs up onto the carriage to drive.
We have a pretty sizable amount of money stashed in the city. Do we want to try and reclaim that, Malachi?
It should only take a moment. I think that would be wise.
For our troubles?
Well, we received payment to do certain deeds which, well, let's just say, haven't been done, and that money belongs to us and no other, and I would see that it remains with us. It's a sizable amount.
I can lead us right to it, and I can unearth it with my magic. We shall take it with us.
She leans out the window and says, "There will be time enough for that later. Consider it a safely ferreted away nest egg for your later
So you're
use."
saying we shall return here?
I'm saying that
It's not
Our-
important.
our beloved foe is on his way already, no doubt.
Then let us make
Do not
haste.
forget that some of the guards were allowed to leave on purpose, bringing Van Richten here.
I will teach these horses the meaning of speed
Very
and
good.
slap them on the asses. I climb up onto the,
Okay.
onto
The
wagon.
horses.
You get in the wagon to drive it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's funny.
What do you guys do? The 2 of you. Jack goes, "Alright!
All right,
Looks like
Jack.
a randy adventure.
Coming with us, Jack.
Wouldn't miss it for the world. As I said, there's folks behind it. Have it out for old Jack.
Stick with us. It's much safer.
Right. And quite a bit more fun, eh, lass?
Exactly. Plus, you got red hair.
Oh, we got red. He jumps up on the wagon next to you.
Perfect. I was going to suggest
I was going to
that.
say behind me on my horse.
Oh, do you have a horse?
You can't ride the horses that are hitched to the wagon.
I mean, you could. They're not really saddled, but...
All right, I'm just in the carriage.
Alright. I'm in the carriage. You see Lady Tearle kind of sitting back in the corner, draped in shadow. You can just see she has like a hat with a brim now, and
A veil?
yeah, like a veil, and you can just see a little bit of her pale features in the dim light. So you climb in as well with
Yes,
in
the carriage.
Okay.
Definitely.
Using my unsettling aura, which normally gives a -4 to saving throws, I want to scare these horses lifeless, shitless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to whip them with the reins using my best animal handling skill, coupled with that unsettling aura to just bolt. Straight out of
Okay,
hell.
yeah.
Straight out of hell.
Roll an animal handling skill with advantage.
Handling?
Oh, there we go. I get a 17.
Plus 0.
All right.
Plus
You get the horses whipped up to a frenzy.
Jack nearly
Jerk
falls
forward.
off.
3. He is.
Kind of leaping. Jack grabs hold. All right, that's the way to drive a wagon.
Next time I have a little caper in mind, you have to drive for me,
We're
all
gonna
right?
Grand Theft Auto
I
our
love
way through
Jack.
town.
All right. And you start galloping, and the carriage takes off. Kind of, you outdistance it at first, even though.
If their
You've got
backs
the
aren't
heavier
bloody, I'm
load.
not doing this right.
Oh yeah, you're just thrashing them, and they run for all they're worth. You begin to hear bells going off in the town just a few minutes into your ride. But as you ride out of town into the darkened countryside, you know that you've gotten out beyond the edge of town without them catching you. And in fact, as you ride to the gates of the city, the gates are standing wide open.
Maybe.
And you see one single soldier standing there, and he just kind of does this kind of salute, and then
I write him
kind of
down.
closes. Well, he's standing off to the side, but it's almost like this has been prearranged that he was going to have the
Nice.
doors open, and then he closes them behind, and you see as he actually closes them and blocks them from outside, and then kind of runs off. So you drive on into the night.
Bid farewell to Skald.
Yes. Good
Bid
riddance.
farewell to Skald.
Good riddance.
Heading east back towards Addersfield.
Does that take us back through the ruins where we had buried
Past
the rat people?
Ooh.
You'll be going back along the same path. Unless you want to take a different
to
path.
Skald.
You can do that if you're...
I think that would be a good path. There's no danger there because we've taken care of the
Turtle Keep.
danger that was
See that?
occurring to the caravans and the
So
merchants.
we'll have to go
Right.
past this.
So should be safe.
So I'm going to have you roll a
We're over
perception
here
check.
right now.
Yeah, we're in Skald, so probably over here.
Where did you make this map from?
Jensen made it.
6.
6.
It's dark.
It's
All I
dark.
can see are these horse asses
You're
bouncing in front
careening,
of
and
me.
they're going all out, and you're going fast. And you have this heavy load. This is a heavily laden wagon,
Full of dirt.
full of dirt. It's enough dirt that there's a coffin inside, and it can be covered over, and there's a tarp over the top of it that's been lashed down, so it covers it. You can't.
And I
really
want
see.
these horses foamy. I'll run them to death if I have
Yeah, but you don't see a rather large pothole.
to. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Can the horse make a perception roll?
And as you see it last second, you feel the wagon jolt, and there's this loud cracking sound, and the wagon begins to totter and gets very rough on the left-hand side.
Uh-oh.
And you look down, you see it has 4 wheels, and you see one of them looks like it's
Wobbly.
broken and is starting to kind of break loose.
I will start slowing the horses down, applying the little wooden brake.
The horses are just worked up into a frenzy. You're like having to yank on the reins. Jack jumps in and grabs the reins too. You're just hauling on them. Just the bits in their mouths must just be cutting into them. But you haul back enough and get them stopped. And they're just panting, breathing heavy. They're already bloody and foamy. But you stop the wagon and you hop down to check the wheel, and it doesn't look very good. The situation is not going to be conducive to continued travel.
Jack, I don't suppose you're a Wainwright, are you?
Well, I've scurried off with my fair share of wagons,
Probably to fix the wagon.
and some of them are not in the best repair. Let's see what we've got. Usually there's a spare wheel underneath.
Oh,
And he
I'm glad you know more than I.
crawls under.
Just, oh, we're lucky. There is a spare. Almost as broken as this one.
Well, almost is better than nothing.
Now what we're going to need is a nice stout stick to wedge this side up. Get the old wheel off, get the new one on.
You do what you must here. I will head into the woods and find something.
Right.
And you can see he's kind of unlashing a spare wheel that's on the bottom of the wagon.
I'll look for
Is that a real thing?
A smallish tree,
Yes. They used to. Oh.
maybe 2 or 3 inches in diameter, tall, straight tree. If I can find one,
Okay.
try and bring it
What's your
down.
passive perception?
It is 11.
11. So as you're out, and it is dark. Did you have a dark vision thing?
I don't think so. I don't
You didn't have a
believe-
temporary.
No.
Maybe I'm thinking of the water breathing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we used that.
That was cool. That was a cool way to get
Yeah. Well,
away
to
from
escape
some guys.
from the river.
So,
Short.
as you're standing there, you don't see the snake-like tendril snake across the ground. As you're kind of grabbing this, and you testing this tree, and looking at what are you just gonna hack it down with your sword?
Yep.
And you pull your sword out, and you go to take a hack at it, just as. Let me see. I have to see what happens. What's your AC?
19.
Okay. This snake or whatever it is, hits your leg, and you jump back just in time to see it kind of whip to the side, and then pull it back and withdraw. You look into the darkness, trying to pierce it with your vision, and there's some starlight. But as you're looking over there, you see the glitter of a little bit of water. There's kind of a little muddy patch, maybe a pond or a stream not far off. And in that moment, you see another tendril come up, and then another one, and another one, and another one. And this form begins to lift and pull itself out of this bog, and you can smell this stench of decaying organic matter and mud. Something. It's hard to see in the darkness, but you just see a larger kind of hulking shape with these tentacles. It pulls itself out. And then by the starlight, you see this maw open. Roll initiative.
Nice. Oh, 20.
And
Are
you
we
guys
all
can too.
fairly
You're off a little bit. You're still in the carriage, which would have pulled to a stop as well
Okay.
behind the wagon.
Nice.
Where are my dice?
Right there. Next to your hand.
I'm so sorry.
Alright. 20 and add 4.
Thank God for 4.
All right. What was Balazar's?
20.
Right.
Wow.
Red?
12.
12. Malachi?
3.
What?
Tracy.
Loser.
It's okay. I'm the spellcaster. It's fine if I go
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, you want to go
Toughest.
last.
Yeah.
If I'm a cleric, I like to go last.
Yeah.
So a nice thing is if this creature causes disease, I have Blightbringer, which gives me immunity to disease. That may come in handy.
Alright, let me look through my spells and see what I got.
So, Balthazar is going to go first.
How far is this creature from
It
me?
is right in front of you.
Right in front
10
of me?
feet in front of you.
And where are we from Balthazar?
You're about 40 feet back. You can see he's off to the side. You're 40 feet back, and he's like off in the tree, just on the side of the tree line, where there's some small trees on the edge of the road.
I swing Nightwell, which is already in my hand. In fact, I plunge it right into the maw, trying to scrape along the top of its palate. Driving in. That's going to be an 11. It's probably not going to.
No, that's not
Succeed.
going to hit.
I do have an additional attack. As I lunge in and it recoils back, I'll then swipe in, trying to slice the side of its mouth open. That's better. 26 for
Part of the
Silver
reason you miss is that you feel the ground is kind of muddy beneath your feet. So you have to take like run forward a little bit as it's coming
Slide
towards
a
you.
little bit.
There's water and mud that's kind of splashed out, and your foot slides a little bit, and you feel that this is going to be somewhat difficult terrain.
I expend a spell slot to deal an unholy smite. He takes 9 points of slashing damage and 12 points of necrotic damage. I say he. They, them.
Oh, great.
All right. Let's see here.
Oh, good.
Because it's probably hermaphroditic. It's probably not a he, she.
Okay. So you do feel your sword bite in. You cut into this thing, and it kind of shakes back. Some of the tentacles are just whipping in the air, whipping past you. You have to kind of dodge around them a little bit, and then you stay there, right up on it.
I'm not going to run. I'm going to hold it off as long as I can. I feel pretty confident right now, having just delivered a good blow. I'm going to stand my ground.
All right. That's your turn. Great. Jack is gonna go.
What's this? Never have I seen anything quite the like, but I think we can handle it.
I could use your help, Jack.
As he comes running forward, you can see his daggers flashing in the starlight. And as he runs up,
You're like, I don't know quite what to attack.
Not the mouth. Mind the mud.
he's gonna just try to take a slash at one of the tentacles as it whips near to him. Misses, and the second swing misses as well. He's just kind of like swinging through the air.
Very agile beast.
Yeah. The tentacles themselves are a little harder to hit. But he says to you, "What's your plan, Governor?"
Not get eaten at this point. I don't think it will follow us to the road. Let's see if we can lead it away from this swamp. Fighting retreat.
Good thinking. And he's gonna start backing up. He'll take a bonus disengage action and back up towards the road. All right. So that'll bring us to Red.
All right, so
So
then
then Malachi's next.
a monster fighting Balthazar.
You good?
He's simplifying it for me.
Yes. Looking for.
Ow, and I'm still about 40 feet away?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my range with my firebolt is a 120.
See, this is Cobalt Press.
Yeah, you take the
So that's what I
seagulls,
want to
go
use.
away.
These are
Either
the
that or
Just
your
came out
bow.
with
Monster
Tumble Beast 3.
Tell me how to use
It
this
looks
one.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Right now.
about
Well,
to
so
order it.
let's see. To hit
I
is
feel like
5.
order all
Your
of it
bow is
before.
9.
I think that goes in on the
So
23rd.
you're
I
much
think
better
so.
with bow.
Okay.
Your damage is 2d10 fire. Your damage is 1d6 4. So with your bow, it's easier to hit. But if you hit with firebolt, it does
I
more
don't know if
damage.
you've ever seen the
So
fire
fire
level up
Okay.
advanced
So
5th
when-
edition
That's what I think.
So when
stuff.
Jensen
Wait
pays
a second,
attention
you
to
won't see
you,
that book.
then just say
So it's by
try to
Under
flame
the
roll.
firebolt.
It's
Yeah,
basically
Ooh, flavor.
they've
Uh-huh.
taken the math over the last
whatever
10
Red
years.
does, her
I see
eyes
the
correct
tendrils
her.
and my eyes
so
get
that
really
it's more
and you
balanced.
hot
Bring your
excited.
But
hands
it's
in
basically
front
just
of
5th
you and
edition, just
flames,
balanced
and you hurl the flame,
character classes.
and then you'll roll the d20 and add 5. And
So
if
we're
he
doing a
says
campaign with
hit,
my son
then
and
you'll roll
Trent
your
and my
damage.
daughter, and so I rolled up a
So just
warlock
wait for
using
Jensen.
some rules. It's been super
So it's
fun.
nothing new. It's just rebalancing of everything.
Some
that
of it's
already
new.
was
They added
existing.
like the warlord
Screenshot
class
of Osseous.
from 4th edition back in. So there's a couple different
Malachi's
classes.
rod. It looks
It
like a
really
spine with a little
redoes
skull
like
on
your
the top.
background. So you have like your
And he-
heritage and
enhances his magic.
like your
I have a
your
screenshot
destiny.
of-
So like what your character
And I
wants to
didn't
be,
save
and
it
then
to
when
my
you
D&D.
achieve that,
Mhm.
great things
So
happen.
you're trying to find it.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. They have a monster guide.
That's
I
a
can't find
hefty
it. I
book.
can't find it.
So this is the player's handbook. The monster menagerie is their monster guide. That's fantastic. That's what my son uses when he DMs rather than the monster manual, because the monsters are more balanced.
I love it.
Is that a
Let me
Cobalt
put it
Press
in
one?
my
No, so it's
down.
N-World. So it's either called Advanced
D&D.
5e or
Okay,
Level
so
Up 5th edition.
I'm
Grave
a
one.
bit of a collector.
Yeah, I think you would like these. I can let you
So
look
bad
through
in
the
this.
PDFs and stuff if you like. With the
I think you'd
books
have to
themselves.
use
Just
it.
so drunk, right?
It would be hard
Are
to
you
use
a
it just
drunk
as a
seen
blanket, like
drunk
use
drunk
all of
drunk
this stuff.
Do you think it's one of the
I
most
feel like you'd
drunks
have to
you've
pick
been?
and choose.
Alright.
So-
Because otherwise it's
there-
overwhelming.
Yeah, so
And
like
then I would get confused on rules.
Right.
Is that the original rule or this Adventurer's Guide rule?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time
and the rules are
understanding
pretty
what
similar. In fact, they tell
Okay,
me
I'll
it's
help you.
compatible with it,
That guy
which I
next
would
to
say it
Balthazar.
is,
Use firebolt.
but it's definitely there's a little
So
more
there's
to it.
tendrils.
tendrils.
So it's
Yeah,
like
I think
a
it's some
whole
sort of
different-
monster
Yeah.
that came out
You
of the
just
pod.
use that
Pussy.
only.
Over instead of a player's handbook.
Yeah.
Like if you want to roll up a character, so I rolled up
Turtle's
a
messaging. I
warlock
haven't really read
for
her. I
other
haven't read
campaigns.
it
I
yet.
haven't really noticed
She's
a
just
huge difference other than I have more
Deep.
pat
options.
my back.
It'd be like if you took the
Yeah.
player's handbook, Xanathars, and Tasha's, and put them all together into one book, kind of thing.
Yeah, she's
That's
talking
awesome.
about normal stuff.
And you need to be able to be
Didn't they do that?
sober to understand it. I don't know.
The
Didn't
They need to be
roll
sober to care
those-
about it.
Didn't they roll 3 books into
Pretty
one
sure
and
she
then
won
reprint it basically?
oh, I'm not sure they should. If
No,
they haven't,
they did.
did they?
I think they did. The newest book they put out
Oh, I haven't
was
seen it.
basically like a reprint
With the player's handbook.
of like it was like
Nice to meet you,
Tasha's
madam.
Bolos and Mordenkainen or something like that. It was like
My name is
and
Oh,
people
cool.
were like
Right.
all pissed. Like,
I'm
this is all the same
Malachi.
stuff.
Just
You just
Buy
read
a
it.
new thing over again.
I feel like they got greedy. Like obviously it's about money, right? But I think they're showing their greed a little too clearly,
Oh yeah.
which is not cool. So what did you want to do?
Okay,
Us?
you're up.
You're up.
No, you. She knows.
I do.
She's gonna flavor the shit out of it.
Oh God.
Flavor the shit out of it.
Don't do that to
Add
me.
shitty flavor to
It
it.
better be so,
I shit everywhere.
it better be so flavorful.
Is that a ranged
Oh
attack?
no. Is it what?
It's more of an area attack.
If there's no
Shit
flavor,
everywhere.
I'm gonna be pissed off.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's so much pressure.
The spotlight is on red. Just be red.
Yeah. What is this flavor?
What does red do?
Red is amazing. Red is going to use her firebolt. She
Yeah.
sees these tendrils coming out, right? Out of the water.
Well, is she an elf?
What? And what?
Is Red an elf or
You have dark vision.
No.
Right here.
No dark vision.
She's a human.
human.
So you see Balthazar struggling, or what looks to be Balthazar. You see a man shape struggling against some unnatural.
It's kind of hard to see the tendrils, but you
Okay.
can kind of tell something's whipping through
Right.
the night
So
sky.
I know that it's something that I don't know exactly how to grasp
Yeah.
all in one spot. So I'm going to be using a firebolt. So I'm going
Okay.
to be taking my hands and I'm going to be using all of this force and energy all at one time. And I'm going to just be thrusting it at her.
Thrust it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot
So
of
you
fire.
gather it in your hands like
Yeah.
a ball of fire.
It's going to
and
be
then
gorgeous.
throw it, or
Uh-huh.
just kind of direct it.
It's directing.
Okay, you direct it
Yes.
straight at the big.
I don't know what
Shape?
it is
Is it like
exactly.
an
It's just
underhand
shapes, but
softball
I'm
pitch?
seeing him, and I want to make sure that I'm not hitting him.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, you're my friend.
He wouldn't give you the same consideration.
No.
Fuck you.
You might hit red. That's fine.
I think he actually.
I
said
care about
that.
my people. I see
Yeah,
him
you're
there, and
not
I
him, so
and I see those tendrils coming out of the ground. So I'm aiming at those directly with that fire, and I can aim those, and it's just going to be like streaks, lines of fire. They're going to be hitting towards those.
Okay. So roll an attack roll as you
So I-
launch these flames.
I've got 22.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Damage.
So it streaks through the air. You direct it. You see it streak through the air. It lights up the area surrounding it. You see the ground kind of light up as it flies across. And Balazar almost instinctively ducks to one side as this ball of fire
That's
comes
smart.
and hits the thing.
Used to Malachi's magical machinations.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
a big
aimed
word.
around you, and you don't know me quite enough to know that I'm going to be going around you.
So I feel this heat
So-
singe past me.
That may give Balthazar a little insight into her. But he would expect that. He knows most people aren't like him.
Yeah.
He knows that they're...
That's
Fools
how I get an
easily
advantage
duped.
over them.
Exactly.
They have things like ethics.
I do. I care.
They want to be a good person, right? Whatever
So
that
I
means.
roll a 2d10. I got a 10,
Okay,
and then I do it again,
that's nice.
and I get a 90.
9.
9.
Nice.
What's 10 plus?
So 19.
19 fire damage.
Dang.
Yes.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right.
Does it seem more affected by the fire than the other
Not
blows it
more.
has received?
There's definitely this hissing steam that you can see come off of it. It's lit up, and in that moment, you see this creature out of nightmares. It's just this black, oily-looking body.
Is it the
This
face?
Big gaping maw with just ringed by sharp teeth. You can see this tongue kind of coming out, and then just these tentacles that come out and around. It doesn't seem to have a lower torso or body of any sort. It just kind of drags itself with these tentacles, and it's almost just this blob-like malformed creature. Very-
Not as strong
very
as we
hideous
thought it would
looking.
be.
Well, it's taken some damage. Yeah.
Nice.
But it's still fighting, so. Alright, and then are you gonna stay. So, did you just hop out of the carriage? Or did you. If he's doing that in the carriage, you might need to get out. Okay, roll a constitution saving throw.
Stop.
What am I rolling?
Yeah,
I'm
the
sorry.
frogs
What?
in the swamp.
That was a frog in this one.
Frog
Oh
in
my
Malachi's
God.
butt.
Well, a constipation.
No,
saving
so my
I know
I'm
some
just
camp
wondering if
songs
you're
about
getting-
frogs.
If you're getting out of the carriage.
That
or
has to
you're
do with
staying in.
everything we're talking about. Okay, the
Are you-
carriage.
Did you jump out of
Listen
the
to
carriage
Jensen.
or move anywhere?
Listen to Jensen, you drunkie.
Alright, she'll stay in the
I
carriage.
think she would stay in the carriage.
She'll stay in the carriage. Alright. So, this creature lashes out at you.
The creature,
You're up next to it.
creature
AC 19.
is lashing. A tongue
Oof.
lashing.
You don't want to hear my
One of the
songs?
tentacles wraps around one of your legs.
Not
grabs you.
songs time. Look, the tendrils reached out and touched
You take
Balthazar.
6 damage.
Okay,
bludgeoning,
good.
in a place he
As
doesn't
it
like to be
grabs
touched.
you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And begins to drag you.
Okay, we should fix it.
Roll a strength athletics check.
Well then,
Or this,
Yes.
this would be a save, actually.
Strength save.
Leslie.
Right, so
25.
25. You
He's
manage
not
to
even
maintain your feet, but you feel that you're slid about 5 feet into
YouTube
this
video's gonna be
into this mud
ridiculous.
pit. And you can feel the mud start to creep up your leg, but you plant and you're able to keep your feet, and you don't go down into the mud. One of the tentacles lashes out longer than you would expect towards Jack. And he's like, "Oh shit!" and he dodges. Oh my god! I rolled low and then a natural 20 for
Oh.
him and you and him
Nice.
both. So the other one grabs him. This one just yanks him off his feet, and he goes, "Whoa!" and he slides into the mud, and you see as he, and he's like up to his waist in the mud. It drags him like 30 feet.
Oh, jeez.
All right, and the creature, it's like pulling you towards its mouth as it's backing back into the mud now. All right, back to Balazar.
what? What's Malachi?
Sorry, I skipped you.
Yep.
Your turn.
What? Malachi.
Go ahead.
So can Malachi see the tendril monster?
Vaguely, but enough to aim a spell at.
Okay, I will aim a spell. Chill touch.
Okay.
We all know this one. Malachi reaches out his hand, and a skeletal image of Malachi's hand appears next to the tendril. And Malachi reach out and make a grasping motion, and the skeleton hand mirrors Malachi's movement.
As you do this, you hear a whispering in your ear,
All those
just kind of in your head,
Just like that.
just for a moment, and then
Okay.
the spell takes effect.
All right. So I get a +10 to attack. 23 versus armor class,
That hits.
and it is 2d8 necrotic. 12 necrotic damage.
Very nice. 12. Okay.
Here. Is it undead?
No.
Okay. 12 necrotic damage from Malachi.
Alright.
That skeletal claw grasps on and squeezes tight little black necrotic veins of corruption spread. Yes.
What are you two whispering about?
Red and Malachi planning and scheming.
Good. That's great.
Okay.
Alright.
I don't know.
So that brings us back to Balthazar.
Balthazar is,
Sorry, Trent.
I don't think I need to do this.
Balthazar is grabbed.
Yes. You're technically grappled.
I have not used this in quite some time. Not since the old man with the tug. I'm going to use my vile hands.
Okay.
I expend 10 of my cool points to curse a foe. It's a touch attack. They make a con save if I succeed on the touch. And then I roll a d100 to see what it is. So it's plus 7. 16 versus armor class.
That hits.
It needs to beat a 15 Constitution save, but it has a -4 because of my unsettling aura. So it needs to beat a 19 Constitution save.
Has to beat a 19 con save. That's 17. That's con save.
This could be good or it could be bad. Some of these things are really good and some are not helpful at all. So it's
Wait, it has advantage. Oh, it still fails.
I rolled a 34, which is... oh, geez. So, yeah, this is one that's not useful. So, 20 to 30 is paralyzed, 40 to 50 is stunned, 30 to 40 is deafened. So, it's deaf.
Oh, man.
So,
yeah.
yeah, that's useless.
That's not going to be very useful.
That is my action.
Here we go. Gotta have our battle music.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're missing.
Oh, we haven't had music this whole time?
I know!
What the?
That's what happens when I don't get enough time to get ready.
Trying to mask Trent's flatulence.
There we go.
I don't
There has
blame
been
you.
Here, let me turn it up a little more.
I know. And where's your like the little sticks that have like
Incense?
smoke?
The little sticks that have smoke. Incense.
Well, the little stick with smoke wafting around, it's over there.
We already have some incense right next to you.
I'm talking something to help with this. I'm sorry. No. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing about
the incense would smell nice.
It would smell nicer than what it
Yeah.
Yeah, put it right here.
Yeah, just stick it in my butt.
Alright, so deafened.
Yeah, so it didn't have quite the effect I was
This is gonna be the
hoping.
weirdest YouTube video ever posted on YouTube.
It's been paralyzed.
No, there's been a lot of
It's
stuff.
so weird right now.
Yeah, paralyzed would have been good.
Or unconscious, or petrified, blinded would have been good, or there's charmed, but then I got the crappy one that's deafened.
You remember? Remember everything?
Oh, it's actually immune to deafening.
No, of course, I don't think it has ears.
Yeah.
God, it's perfect.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's okay.
Oh,
What might have been.
yeah. That's the nature of magic, though, you know. You never know. Okay, next. Jack. He's gonna try to get out. Now you're still grappled because you didn't get out of the grapple. Okay.
Woo! Not yet. Maybe the cap song.
The lid's on the drink.
The lid's on.
I can't smell the incense. Maybe
It
the lid's
smells
on.
so good.
All right. Jack actually is able to hack at one of the vines and he rips it loose, the one that dragged him in. He's still stuck in the mud though. He's going to just use his action and move. He's going to use disengage to get out, but then he moves at half speed. So he gets only about 15 feet back out of this mud pit just back to the edge. And he kind of reaches out and grabs you and is trying to help you stay back out of it. It's like a very thick, heavy, tarry kind of mud. And that's all he can really do on his turn. So, back to Red. Alright, Red. Got anything new you can do?
It has to be new too.
Yeah! Do something new. Do something
Okay.
unexpected.
Your maneuvers.
How close am I right now?
You're still...
40.
Well, he did back up a little bit. So,
Okay.
you're about 45 feet away.
Okay.
So you can't get within melee range.
Okay.
Um,
I'm looking at.
no. Let me do your bow. And,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
do your,
'Cause that's what I was
and do
considering
your
last time.
sharpshooter. -5 to attack and +10 to damage. Try that. So,
Okay.
instead of fire,
I'm going to use a bow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what I'm aiming at.
Can Red still see the tendril? The creature.
The creature, yeah.
I can see the
I'd say
creature.
it's easier to see the creature just kind of just dark,
It's
bulky
those-
shape.
Those teeth that you were talking about, that's
Yeah.
what I'm seeing. So I
That's
could
what
aim
you're
at those
seeing.
teeth
Sure.
with my
That
bow.
would be a good place to aim.
That's where I want to aim.
Alright. So you take an extra moment, aim carefully. You'll do your sharpshooter ability, which is -5 to attack and +10 to damage if you hit.
You also did notice that you didn't see any eyes when your
Yeah.
firebolt, when it flew and hit it, it illuminated it for a second. You didn't see any eyes on this thing. Just a big mouth.
Okay. Just aim right for the mouth.
Okay. Just into the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So +4 to hit. Roll your
Go
D20.
into this. Oh, shit. Not quite what I had figured.
D20 is the big one in the back.
Big one in the back.
Just roll
Big one in
all
the back.
of them.
I'm
Roll
going
a
to do.
D20 and
Those all don't count.
add 4.
75?
Add 4.
Well, you can't touch
Okay,
it.
You have to
I'm
read
on
this-
17.
So 21 versus armor class.
Yeah, that hits.
So do
Yeah.
a 1d6 plus 14.
6 is one of those.
Hang on, hold on. 1, 2,
Yeah, it's
3.
probably that
I
one.
think it is this one.
Good job.
So
She's
roll
better
that.
with those than her actual
Yeah,
dice.
roll that and
Shut
add
up.
14. Oh, a 6. So
6.
20
Hey, those
piercing
work good
damage.
for you.
I'm going to like these
Alright,
teeth.
so then 14?
20 piercing damage.
20? How?
Yes.
From a 6?
Hold on. I'll
Because
tell
she
you
did
why.
sharpshooter, which
Because I did
Oh, she
sharpshooter.
reduced her.
the -5 to
Attack.
hit, but
Plus
if she
10.
hits a +10
Plus
to
10.
attack. And
Yes.
she already gets a
Plus
+4 to damage. So it's 1d6 plus 14. And she rolled a
Nice.
6. Maximum
Right
damage.
in the depths of its maw. It goes, thrashes around a little bit. The mud goes
Yeah.
sloshing back and forth. Drags him a little bit further in.
Sorry
Still
about that.
clinging to
Sorry, BH.
Balazar.
Need to get it
But
up on
good
the
shot.
land.
That was a good hit. Yeah.
That was the maximum damage hit.
Yeah.
Very nicely done.
I feel good.
All right. Malachi.
Alright, Malachi.
His pile of spells.
I think just the same thing. Skeletal hand.
Good music.
plus
Thank you.
10.
Needed it,
I
huh?
feel like Pirates of the Caribbean though.
17
Yeah.
versus armor class.
17.
17 versus armor class.
Just hits.
Ah, garbage.
What are you doing?
Chill touch.
Chill touch. Okay.
2 necrotic damage.
2 necrotic.
Take that.
Minimum damage. Ugh.
Well, he didn't hear it coming, so don't worry.
Ugh,
Definitely.
that sucks. Sorry.
You didn't hear it coming.
Didn't even see it coming.
Well, you didn't see any ears on it either.
Alright.
So
Good thing Red was there for you.
Yes, you did 20. Malachi
Yes.
did 10.
You're welcome. baby. You're welcome.
I mean, Malachi did 2.
2.
Malachi did 2.
10 would
Thank
be
you for
nice.
kicking him.
10 would have been nice.
You kicked him in the nose after we've been working so hard.
Alright, that was Malachi.
Alright, it's turn. It's going to continue to pull you in. Roll a strength
I'm
save.
getting close here. I get a
Save
plus
Balthazar.
8.
Okay.
Ooh, 11.
Oh!
you slip, and you feel yourself sliding, and you're closer than Jack was, and he's trying to hold on to you, and you just slide out. He's covered in mud. You get dragged down, and the mud kind of goes up to your waist.
Jack into his mouth.
Throw Jack.
Buy me some time.
Oh, Jack!
Jack too.
We love Jack.
It's a buddy
Expendable. Expendable.
He's not expendable.
He's a good fuck.
Red
Come
jackets
on.
or red shirts.
My goodness.
Yeah, he's the red shirt. Okay. One tentacle lashes out at Jack, misses. Probably because he falls down and has to jump back up because he's trying to dodge his tentacle and help you at the same time. Let's see.
And we listen.
Two of the tentacles are just going to kind of lash overhead, and you see out of the mud something. A hand.
Something new.
Another hand. And then a form.
Yeah.
Comes up out, wreathed in vines, dripping mud. The vines seem to just cover all around this body, like filling it, but it's a humanoid skeletal form. And it crawls up out of the mud, staggers to its feet, looks towards you, and starts to come at you. Begins to run. Like at first it's very jerky, and then it starts to run faster and faster. Yeah. Using its tendril puppet. Alright, its tendril puppet. So it's gonna have to use its full move and action to get up to you. So it's gonna come right up on you, but it can't attack you.
Tell me about this precision attack.
You'll expend a superiority dice, right? You see the superiority dice, you would expend one, and then you roll a 1d8
That's pretty cool.
and add that to your d20.
I'm putting my own flavor on
I
this.
love it.
Yeah, it's a kind of a cool.
That's
why
that
these
is to
enemies.
make sure
I
you
don't
hit
want them to
them.
stop
It's only
making
if
these
the enemy
books.
has
I
a
love
high
these
armor
books.
class,
I use
it's
them
hard
more
to
than
hit.
Monster
Monster
Man.
Man.
Well, I've pretty much
I don't
used
know.
all the creatures.
Correct.
in
I don't
Monster
think
Man. So I'm like, let's branch out. But
And you'll use these with your sword,
yeah, that's
so
it.
when you're close enough.
All of these are sword?
Yes.
Really?
Disarming, parry, precision. Yes. Yes. It is what it is. Disarming, it's not holding a weapon or an item or a shield.
That's
so
why
it
I
doesn't
went with this
matter.
one.
It's holding a belt with you.
I looked
All right,
through all
balance
these.
off.
Right.
Yeah, you could
You're
do a
up.
disarming attack.
You feel that you're getting
It doesn't
pulled
have
down
to-
into the mud, and you can see that maw,
Really?
and it's pulling you towards it.
That's
I'm
what
going
he's
to try
saying,
and
is disarming
sever
him
Hugh
from
right
the
through the
person you
tentacle
want.
that's holding
Okay.
That?
Disarm him from holding him.
And
let's make sure.
off we go. 18 versus armor class.
18 hits. I'm gonna say you do half damage because you're cutting into the mud.
Right.
You're able to hack into it, but it dampens the blow somewhat.
So it would be 14, so it goes to 7.
Not quite enough. You hack at it. You feel you've definitely damaged the tendril, but it's not. You're not free yet.
I'm going to use my Twist Divinity. I get 1 per short rest. I'm going to curse the wound. So after a successful attack, I spend the twist to curse it, and it grants advantage for 1 minute, just to me.
Oh,
And
cool.
I'll use my extra attack on it. Ooh, well, maybe
With advantage.
With advantage. Natural 20.
Yeah!
Woo, I rolled a 4. and I
Flavor,
got the nat 20.
flavor.
Yeah.
So at first I hacked into the tentacle and it hewed about 2/3 of the way through, and I'm getting drugged closer to the mouth and it's snapping. I can feel the tongue lashing out and licking at me, and I bring it down and slice clean through, hewing the tentacle free, and I'm able to roll backwards, sword in front of me in case it tries to lunge or pounce. That's actually 15 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
Well, actually, so
The first one too.
yeah. So how do you?
So 7 for that.
Yes.
And then
And then 15.
can I move at all?
You can move. It's half speed.
Half speed. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of back away to where Jack is.
Kind of crawl and you're like basically dragging yourself through this mud.
So I'll drag myself back to Jack, kind of keeping Nightwell pointed at the foe.
Okay. Alright, it's this desperate struggle to get out of this muddy pit. You can see other tentacles lashing up, and in fact, as you cut and you break loose and you start to pull loose, those were actually held attacks, and one of them's going to lash down at you. That's, I think that's going to hit.
19?
Yeah, that's... Yeah, definitely. It's a 23 to hit. So it lashes another tentacle around you. It does only have 3 now.
Okay.
Tentacles?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, how many did it have at the beginning?
4.
Okay.
And it does 10 damage as it slams and coils tightly around you. And as you're starting, you got your 15 feet away, but then it grabbed you and now is holding you again and starting to drag you back.
Okay.
This is how terrifying would that
Do you need some help, BH?
Alright.
I got this in hand. Jack and I can take care of this, but keep firing arrows at it. Feel free.
Feel free.
Jack goes, right then, let's do this! And he runs, and you just see him, as he leaps through the air, just lands on this thing, sinks his daggers in, and he's just like hacking away at this thing. You don't know how much damage he's doing, but he's going crazy on this thing.
Love
Let's
him.
roll on that one. He actually only did 1 attack, but that's fun flavors. Alright. Okay. So, that's Jack. Back to Red.
Did you roll and see how much damage you did
Yeah.
to him?
Okay, what does Red do?
I didn't
It's
hear
still
anything.
alive.
Oh.
It's up to him, not you.
It's still
I know,
alive.
I just
but
wonder how
it's-
many tendrils I'm more.
It's
I'm
starting to
fighting
look
against.
3?
like
3 still.
rethinking this plan of action.
You want
As
to do
would
your bow
anything of
again?
it.
Yeah.
Do
And
the-
it's still kind of
I
like
don't know how
moving
close I am.
backwards
Do I-
and
Yeah,
kind of like
erase that
pulling
now.
away into
Do you
this
know how close I
muddy,
am?
boggy
So
area.
Spencer does.
Yeah,
How close am I now?
you're about 50 feet away.
5-0?
Yep, fine.
Okay.
50.
So if you really want to do that, you can. You ready to listen?
I'm listening.
You can use your move to move 30. Use your action to move the other 20, and now you're right up against it. Then you could use your action surge to make a melee attack, and you can use one of your maneuvers.
He understood where I was going.
You can do that.
That's why he was
You
saying
want to
that.
go right up on it?
I really do.
Yeah, Jack style.
Now, Balthazar sees this.
I
as
do.
his
I want to
opportunity
do what you were
escape.
just doing.
So, make a mark next to your action surge.
Action surge, 1 mark.
Make a mark next to your superiority die.
Got it.
You want another one?
Now, roll to hit
Might as
with
well.
your sword.
Want some ice?
Mountain Dew.
No, they're pretty
Listen,
cold and
roll to
Oh,
hit
yeah,
with
yeah, I'll
your
take it.
sword
Tons of
plus
ice.
7 to hit. So roll your d20 and add
I
7.
get a little twist of line with
Okay.
a little umbrella.
21.
I have to wait till Jensen sits down and you say 21 to attack.
Ask
What you
and
will
you shall
do-
receive.
I'm
Okay,
listening. I'm looking so carefully so I know what you're
At
saying.
me.
There you
sir.
go.
So
Thank
look,
you.
I'm sorry.
what? See your sword?
Do you guys want
Sorry.
a drink
Okay,
or
hold on.
anything?
Hold on. Nope.
I'm so
Want a
happy.
Coke
We're ready.
or, anything?
Nope. I'm good. So what damage does your sword do?
1d6 plus 4.
Now you are doing your disarming strike, so you will add a
I kind of like these
1d8
highball
to that.
glasses.
So also grab your
I've got a nice
1d8,
weight
listen
to
to
it.
the BF.
I am.
Roll both of those.
Okay.
Well, first
And
tell
smaller,
Jensen
so I don't
21 to hit.
overdo it.
See if it hits.
Right?
Okay, Jensen, I'm 21 to hit
With her sword.
Oh,
with my
yeah.
sword.
Now you're gonna have to leap like he did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like in physical, like real life.
Yep.
Okay.
I did. I
You need to
leaped.
stand up and literally show us. So what your legs do when you leap.
What my legs do when I leap. Oh my gosh, I'm so drunk still. What do I do? Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Leap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're running.
Oh. Oh, she sharded. Oh.
I'm dead. Was that it?
You
Luckily,
A shard.
luckily,
What's a shard?
A shard.
luckily your character, that was beautiful.
That was
Thank
good.
you.
That was
So
good,
you can
Red.
roll an
Nice.
athletics check with advantage
Oh.
to make this leap.
Okay, right here.
Thanks for that fantastic
With advantage.
display.
Roll twice. Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Roll this
It's
twice.
perfect.
I know.
And
15.
Roll, not
Ooh,
quite that.
roll
Roll
again.
it twice. I will tell you what to do. Add
30.
5. Add 5.
36.
Add 5.
I just
You don't
did.
add
Add
two
16.
Just to one. You don't
21.
add them together.
21.
So 21.
Yes.
This is a phenomenal leap. She runs into the muddy part and leaps.
I do leap.
Mud flies off of her foot behind her, and she flies through the air, sword aloft, comes down, and roll damage.
Roll these 2 and add 4.
I'm 14.
Yes, 14 damage. And if this is on a tendril that's holding Balhazar.
How do you
not
want to
being
do
held.
this?
Oh, well,
You-
okay.
Is it
Leap
flavor
into the
time?
air, stab your sword into it. How do you want to kill this thing? You killed it.
Is it the whole thing?
It's the whole thing.
Oh.
You leapt for the body of the creature.
Okay, because what I'm picturing is this mouth. This mouth is I'm obsessed with, right? With
Yeah.
the teeth. So I'm like
Leap into
ripping
the-
those teeth out.
Oh,
And I pull all those teeth and I'm like ripping them out with my sword.
are you landing in the mouth?
Yes, I'm standing in the tongue right here. And I'm like, and I'm pulling
All right,
all
so
those
you
teeth
leap-
out.
You leap so high, and this thing kind of like tilts its head up.
It doesn't know what to think of me.
And you hack down, and you cut across. You can hear the shing as it cuts off all
Yes.
the upper teeth. You land inside of this stinking, wet
Ew.
maw.
I
And,
don't care.
Like gagging this thing as you sink down into it. And then you begin to just hack away and just cutting all of the teeth
And
off.
then my sword right into the center of the tongue right there.
And it's
Yes.
thrashing around. There's
And
this
I dig
horrible
in.
roaring sound.
Oh, get
The
it right.
tentacles let go, and they're just slashing around. And it
Yes.
begins to sink down into the mud. As you see mud begin to spill into this maw that you're inside of.
I kind of,
do?
I creep out a little bit. You know, I don't want to be pulled
Okay.
down into that mud with it.
Can
Starts
But
to
I'm like,
fill it in.
I'm hanking in
The
that
mud
little-
starts to fill in, and you can tell that you've killed this thing.
Oh, yes.
Can you
And
pull your sword free before
Oh,
it
yeah.
sinks into the
It's just sitting there getting
Okay.
it really, really
You're
good.
twisting it,
Twisting it
jamming
good,
in,
and then I pull
then
it
you
out,
yank it
and
out.
I'm yanking it out,
As
and
the
I'm
mud
full.
comes, and
Yes.
you're basically swimming in mud.
Yeah.
As this thing and blood and gore starts to
Bubbling
kind of
up.
bubble up.
Yes.
The last tentacle writhes into the mud.
And I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out.
You're
So I'm
still in
stepping
the
out,
mud.
and I'm walking on the mud now.
And Jack's right
I'm
next
seeing
to
the
you.
thing sinking
And he's
down
like,
and
that was a
bubbling.
show right there!
Hell
He gives you a big high five. The creature that was coming up to you at this point just drops to the ground. The
Oh.
vines kind of get brittle and
Ooh.
break away, and the corpse
Connected to this other?
seems to be dead. Yep.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm the man.
And you have
I'm a woman.
killed
Nice.
this creature.
I'm the
Well
woman.
done.
As I
That's
stagger
that was a fun fight.
up to my feet, slide out of the muddle. Jack, that tree over there should serve our purposes.
He's like, right, you are.
What is this tree doing for you?
One of us broke the wagon as we rode out of town with such haste. Our horses.
My fault.
Yeah, it was more the horses. They didn't see the pothole in the road. So we have a wee problem with the wheel that Jack here says he can fix. He just needs a lever
Right,
to,
yeah.
to
The
lift
tree.
the wagon. Yeah, so we're going to bring this tree down. And
It's
Fix
a
our
lever.
wagon.
You know what lever is?
I know what a lever is.
No, she's not the brightest one, but she's a beauty.
Shut up.
she's good in the kitchen, Jack.
She's better
Fuck
in
you
other
too.
places, lad. So you manage to get kind of cleaned up a bit. You get the log that you need, the long stick. kind of use it as a lever to pull the wagon up enough to get the wheel off, put the new one on. It's kind of like a bald spare tire that you get on, it'll limp you
a
on
little
for a while.
safety travel wheel.
Yeah, and he kind of is like, best be careful now.
No more than 40 miles an hour.
We'll steal a new wagon at the
He
earliest
chucks
convenience.
the other wheel off to the side, and you get back in and get back underway.
By now, the horses should have had a little bit of a rest.
They've rested a bit. Their heads are still hanging a little bit, but they're not going to last too long if you drive them that hard.
Well, now that I feel we got some distance from Skald, perhaps we can go at a more normal pace.
Okay.
I will apologize to Lady Kersti Tearle for the delay.
She knows there's going to be challenges along the way.
Tell her that we
You see
will-
her pale hand come out and kind of pull the curtain aside, as she must have observed what occurred, and she says, "Well done."
See, she knew.
We will be worthy servants.
You have already proven so.
And can I estimate how much longer until daylight?
Maybe about an hour.
We should travel for but a short distance further before it is necessary to protect you from the light of the sun.
Your concern is touching.
Let us know when you are ready to rest, and we will see to it that you are safely protected.
Perhaps now would be a good time for me to repose.
We'll remove the
The
tar.
dwarf is like, he'll kind of get the tarp off. You notice that he stood back and he did take a few shots with the crossbow, but he didn't like get any closer to this thing. He stayed out of it.
I kind of look at him, so Galmac, not one to get dirty in a fight, are you?
Don't like mud.
There's plenty of it here.
Yeah.
Good to know that you've got our backs, should trouble arise.
I've got your back all right.
Not like Jack does.
Just don't hit it with one of your crossbow bolts.
He just kind of pats the side of the crossbow. It's like on the seat next to him. So you get the tarp off, kind of uncover the top of the coffin enough and open it up. You see this
I will
red velvet line.
Offer my hand
Interior.
to help her up into
She
the
takes
wagon.
your hand and steps up.
I'll give Malachi a look
sinks
like,
into it.
bitch, as I help her into the coffin.
Fuck you.
She settles back as you see her lay down.
Well,
Gage,
it's the
do you have a
coffin
thing
gently.
for tea?
Close the lid back.
Do you have a thing for her?
We have a thing going now.
Okay.
It's not like
Okay.
a romantic thing, but, you know, he's
There's
been
definitely
wanting
a thing.
her approval,
Yes.
and I now
Yeah.
have it.
Malachi's feeling a little
Or at
jealous.
least in Balhazar's mind, he has her approval.
This is Friends.
She probably thinks him a witless
Who's
fool.
seen Friends? Anybody seen Friends still?
That's Wonder Woman that does that.
No. This is fuck you.
That's Wonder Woman.
One
Well,
day.
that must be a different
Will you catch
season.
up with that show, please?
Trying.
Thanks.
I've been
So you
watching
get back
more.
underway,
Okay.
and do you guys want to stop
We will
there, or
travel
you wanna
very
keep going?
gently.
When do you want to stop? What
Keep
time?
going.
Because it's after 10.
Keep going.
We'll travel very gently with her in the
Oh,
wagon.
okay.
I don't want to jostle or disturb her.
Okay.
What time do you need to leave?
You guys are good?
We'll go another, like,
I wasn't
20 minutes,
sure
half
how
hour.
long you guys wanted to go.
Yeah.
until 10:30.
Let's keep going. All
30?
the way.
30?
10:30?
Another 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So, dawn breaks. You guys have not had a rest for the whole night. So you take one level of exhaustion.
Okay. Nothing. We know. I know. One level of exhaustion. We've been going all day and all
And
night.
you're traveling across the countryside. You watch as the sunrise happens. This beautiful, dazzling sunrise. It's kind of partly cloudy. You can see some distant storm clouds off on the horizon. Seem to be kind of up ahead of you on the like southeast of where you are. Some
Okay.
storm clouds. You're kind of heading in that direction a little bit, but you know that the lake or like the swampy area is up ahead where you had the encounter with the rats.
Uh-huh. Yep. I remember.
Did you guys want to stop or?
So we're not to Glademore yet.
No.
This area with the rats, we kind of made friends with them.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
We could ensure that they are well. They might
Kill some more rat children, you know?
Yeah, they could prove a valuable asset, maybe as spies, to let us know if anyone
He
is on
can
our
command
tail.
these rats, right?
Only if they're dead.
Which Balhazar has no problem.
Well, they
making
did
that
kind
happen.
of treat you guys as their leaders
Right.
by the time you left.
Yeah, let's stop.
That was awesome.
Let's make camp.
I think this would be a safe place to rest. They could watch over us while we rest and sleep, if nothing else. Yeah, let's head to the
Let's do
ruins.
So you travel the entire day. Are you going to circumvent that town? Or it's kind of like a fort almost. Or there's like an inn that was...
I don't think we want, if Van Richten is pursuing us, we don't want him to stop here and say, hey, did you see
Right.
these people?
Okay, so you're staying kind of...
Incognito.
And you do see, throughout the day, you see a few other travelers. And at one point, you hear a galloping horse coming from behind you.
Okay.
Which gives you pause, but you see this rider, and he's just riding fast, and he just kind of gallops past you.
We don't know who it is.
No. You just see a young man, he's got a cloak that's kind of billowing out behind him, a brownish hair that's kind of long, and it's just flowing in the wind as he's
sort of messenger.
galloping past.
He has a message of some sort that he's urgently trying to
Maybe.
portray, is what we're thinking.
Perhaps we
We
want
don't
to,
know.
No further delays.
Right.
I'm tired.
Let's get to the rat.
And you guys are
Camp.
exhausted.
Yes.
Because you're just not functioning at your full capacity.
Right.
And you know what exhaustion
Like
means,
drunk?
right?
Yes.
Exhaustion means
Disadvantage on
Very checks.
Yep.
Ability checks.
disadvantage on also on ability checks.
Yes.
So you circumvent that little inn. What was it called? I forget. I don't have the map in front of me.
Well, on my map, it only shows to Glademore. Nothing between Glademore and Skald on my map.
Yeah, it was Glademore. Right?
Get that map. Stop lobbying for me.
Yes.
Fairfield Inn.
Long.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's for a few years.
Uh-huh. Well, that was the Wednesday.
There were a
group with
couple.
Malachi.
There was
Oh, see?
Balmar.
Malachi.
Balmar
there was
Inn.
Golden
this
Leaf.
group.
There was
Yeah,
Balmar
so after
Inn.
they
Bolmar
pass-
Inn.
Bulmar Inn. Proprietor is Wayne Bulmar. He asked for news from
Yeah.
Arthwaite. And since his son
It was
Toby-
Hearthwaite I was thinking of, which was the little palisade. It was
Yeah.
like a wooden palisade. And when you guys got there, it was
Yeah, it's
on
in
fire.
cinders. Some of the occupants
Yeah.
are staked to the pole palisade.
Glademore, Addersfield.
A feast yielding a fountain of blood. Only 2 dead men in the city. All the rest are missing. The armory's been ransacked. The severed claw hand was found in the road. I think that led us. Yeah. Later on, we found the Rat King.
Right. So there was another inn that I think you guys just went past it and you circumvented it after Hearthwaite. So it's prior to Hearthwaite. You would go off the road. You would probably just circumvent that little town again.
Yeah.
And then get to spill on myself. Get to into that kind of marshy area, and then there's that lake, kind of shallow lake.
Didn't the
I
tunnels
remember.
go all the way under the lake?
Yep.
The tunnels did go under the lake, yeah. So are you going just straight for the ruins where they were at sort of their camp?
That'd be a good place to camp.
Yeah, with the wagon and carriage, I think we'd have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you make your way, there's not really a good road, and you begin to find that it's somewhat hard going to make your way up there. And by then, it's getting dark again. So you've traveled the whole day. And you have to kind of slowly pick your way along. There seems to have been an old road at some point, but it's just totally overgrown.
And occasionally you have to get out and actually cut trees down or clear out the roadway so that you can keep these wagons and
As
carriage
long as
going.
we're off the road a distance, we should be okay, even if we can't make it to the ruins if it proves impassable. With nightfall,
So as you're helming this, go ahead and roll a survival check just to see if you are able to make it by night before nightfall.
14.
Easily enough, you make it just after nightfall. You begin to see the ruins up ahead. There's a last few things you have to clear out of the way, and then you come to a point where there's a tumbled building. There's some big blocks of stone that are in the way, and you really can't progress much more. But you can now see as you come to that point and stop. You see a couple of these little rat creatures come out from around the buildings, and one of them has a spear. Another one has a little bow. It's like a very crude makeshift bow, but it has a little arrow in it. And they come out and look at you with these beady rat-like eyes.
Malachi, reacquaint them with ourselves while I help Lady Tearle out of her travel coffin.
Where is Furtusk?
The one says, Furtusk.
Yes,
You know Furtusk.
he knows us.
Who are you?
Will you fetch him, please?
Yes, of course. You watch. Turns and runs off. The other one with the spear kind of puts the spear down, sets it on the ground, and watches you curiously. Who are you?
Travelers, we've been here before.
It starts picking its teeth with its spear. Travelers!
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes! I know you.
We have a new friend with us.
Yes. Well met.
We have a very special guest with us. You will show her all honors and comforts as befits someone of her position.
Her?
No, her. And I'll point back to the coffin as she rises up.
The coffin. By now the dwarf has taken the tarp off and he's cleared it away and opened it. You see as she just rises upright and stands up and very daintily climbs down.
I give you Lady
Black
Kersti
Almost
Tearle.
like floats
Black
to
lace.
the ground.
Mhm.
Yeah, black lace, like flowing, very pale. As
She
the,
is
Regal.
lord of these lands. You will give her all honor and comfort as she desires.
she looks over the creature and says, "What is this creature?"
They are savage, but noble.
Hmm.
They will watch
Useful.
over us while we rest.
You know them.
Yes.
Excellent.
They can be trusted. They are cowed by fear. We have led them for a time. They are yours now to lead, however you see fit.
You are full of surprises.
Those that do not listen to you will taste my steel.
Come, Balazar, I think we need to have a little talk.
Shall we adjourn to my tent, my lady?
Yes. She goes with you to...
I open up
One
the
of the-
little flap of the tent, and then she goes in. I look at Malachi.
As you go in, she doesn't drain your blood this time.
Because I'm exhausted. I would hope she
Yeah,
wouldn't.
you're exhausted. She seems to know this.
Is that what happened last time?
Well, our character.
You don't know.
I know, that's what I'm asking. We don't know
But
what
We don't know.
helps you to lay down.
We
She
don't know.
kind of is almost treating you very, very kindly way. And
But-
she,
Matronly or mistressly?
mistressly, but she kneels on one knee next to you and then pulls her skirt up her thigh to show this pale, shapely thigh.
Malachi is not happy.
And she
If
drags
Malachi
a
knew
sharp
that,
nail
yes,
he would
up
not
her
be
thigh,
happy.
cutting it. You see blood well out.
I will look
And
up
she
at
says-
her eyes,
Drink.
and I will reach around and grasp her thigh and press my lips against it. And
You
just
feel the
slather the
blood.
blood across my mouth.
Good God.
Yeah.
And you begin to drink
And at that point, that's when you become
Hers.
her vampire thrall. So the new
Nice.
abilities
What?
that you get.
Are you so mad?
Now look, I wanted that.
So you're not a full vampire. And there's some benefits, but there's also
Malachi's
some
dying.
downsides to this. And
It's okay. We have red.
Great.
He'll be Lord Dorian.
Shut up.
Ow.
It'll be a power struggle, and he and I will have to fight to the death.
There are a few changes that will be. I don't think. Ugh. And then do Malachi and Red want to do anything? So the one you asked for does come back.
Vampire thrall.
Great master! And bows down, and all the other rat folk come. A bunch of them start coming out of the woodworks. Like bunch come from behind you. You didn't even know they were there. Like all over amongst these ruins, just like rats scurrying out of the little nooks and crannies. But they come out and begin to offer their services. Food. They offer you a place to sleep.
Yes, we need a place to camp for the night. A safe place.
They have some of the ruins that have been turned into their little hovels that they give you to sleep in. But they have a fire and they have like tarps that cover it over, so it makes it a decent place.
The rats are our friends.
All right. Well, there's one hovel for Malachi and Red. Do you mind sharing?
I can't find that right now. I'll have to get the paper for you.
Okay.
Vampire thrall.
Is the hovel?
Yes. Yes. Vampire thrall.
And you know I'm going to lord this over Malachi. Like,
Yeah.
So there are some benefits.
Can you
like
see how
you're
green
gonna
his eyes
have
are?
Dark vision now.
nice.
But one thing, you have to consume her blood weekly, or you will become weakened and
He's
eventually die.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's
And we're not
That's what I was
talking
gonna
like
say.
monthly, like
well, no,
Weekly.
it's so you're tied to her now. If you decide to
You are
leave
hers.
and not do what she wishes, and you don't consume her blood,
no, what if she is destroyed? What happens to me?
you're not sure.
Oh.
You just know that you have a thirst, and she tells you that you will be bound to her, and that you have to drink of her blood, or you'll become weakened and die. But then, she like traces your jawline and says, "Don't worry, I'll take good care of you."
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Malachi
guys
and
can-
Red are interacting with the rat people.
okay.
I'll
Getting
come out
our-
of the tent.
We're
I'll
getting
touch my
settled.
groin. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oops. I don't care. He cares.
Malachi's knuckles pop as he clenches Gravehorn. But he focuses on Red.
As you clench
You'll do.
Gravemorn, you hear again,
I'll do.
and you feel that anger fill you. You hear again.
And I'll look into Gravehorn, into the eyes of
There's this
Gravehorn.
faint greenish mist just drifting out of the eye sockets.
No, isn't this where we found Gravemorn? In these tunnels? Or did you have
Did that other
Gravemorn before that?
necromancer?
Because we found she had like some special torches. Didn't we utilize those?
Yes, I
Those
have
green
those.
torches.
Okay.
Yep, I have those.
Then those are separate from Gravemorn.
Yes.
Okay.
We had Gravemorn before this. Gravemorn was found in Troll Keep, I thought.
And is this, or was it your spell focus that we
You
used
had
that fetus for?
Osseous was the one you got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in Gravemorn.
That Osseous was the.
Yeah, okay, so a rod. Lord Dorian sits in a tall chair. We eat. He speaks to us. We repay
You got
him
the
in acts of
wand,
service.
right?
A rod for Malachi. Skull and spine motif. Gravemorn. We need to kill a man, Lord the Brave. So way back when we were in Turtle Keep, Lord Dorian gave
Give you
Malachi
Gravemourn.
Gravemourn.
But Osseous was newer.
Osseous came later.
How many years have you guys been doing this story? I'm jumping in pretty late.
No, we probably only had, 8 sessions, 10 sessions, maybe?
Oh, yeah?
I could count
But it's
because
over probably 2 years.
I do a line.
No, we're on.
You do a line for each session?
This is
Yeah,
session
so like
18.
the wavy line.
Okay.
18 is it
Yeah,
really?
18 sessions.
Wow.
Huh.
And
But anyway,
I've done about 4.
yeah, I think so.
So there's
3 or
Osseous,
4.
a bear owl, not an owlbear, but
Yeah.
we're facing a bear owl.
I said it was an owlbear, but you guys corrected me.
It
My
was a bear
apologies.
owl.
Bear owl.
Mal frightens it. Farwater Waste Stop is the next town. Ruins off the path. Osseous. Bear owl skeleton. So Malachi raised a bear owl skeleton with Osseous. And we fight the rat guys, the Rat King. So Osseous came about in this place.
Yeah.
Right before he animated dead for the first time, the little rat girl.
It would really help me read your journal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you could read it.
Have you tried my handwriting over here?
Yeah, you're right. In all caps.
It's messy.
It's shit different.
Because I drunk.
We need to get
Still?
under before you drive.
I'm not as much.
You throw down a Mountain Dew. That'll sober you up.
You
Does
want
that
some
help?
water?
Oh, I've
You
actually.
got water?
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
You're right. I should sober up now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 10:30. Lots of water and pee. I mean, you should drink water and then go pee.
So
Not drink water. Not
you
drink
just got you got. Let's see, Gravemourn.
So Gravemourn was from Lord Dorian, way back
You
towards
just
the
got
beginning.
Osseous recently.
Osseous was the first time we were in the rat camp.
So that was here.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you got it from that necromancer lady.
Because she had all the skeletons
Yeah.
and stuff in there.
Yeah, and then I forget how you combined the two together. Did that happen last session?
Because there's
Before.
Osseous, bear.
Or did that happen in the cemetery? In the town?
See, I think that Osseous happened before the necromancer.
Was that when you had to go get something to help me from a different witch?
Oh, that hag?
Yeah, the hag.
Yeah. No, that was when he.
Huh.
That was when he had the skeleton.
He had the
That
little
was,
cup.
yeah, that was when
Because I thought Osseous held the cup.
Osseous did hold the cup.
Was that Osseous?
Yeah,
That would have been Osseous.
yeah.
Kilby does a
We
she.
say hold the cup. There's so much meaning in that. I can't find that paper. Roll stuff. But anyway,
Yes,
regardless
anyway.
of that, you hear that, you kind of get this whisper, these voices, you feel this.
And I can see the green glow of Osseous in the eye holes of the skull of Gravemourn. Alright, let's see, where are we?
So I'd say you're sitting, there's a couple of rat folk that are actually like making food on a fire, like turning a pig on a spit or something.
They're the hostess. They're trying to make sure that we're comfortable and happy.
Yes.
These guys came in, the rats were kind of serving this pretty vile necromancer, and they came in and killed her.
Yeah.
And pretty much took her place as their new leader.
Told them to stop raiding wagons and caravans that came through on the roads.
So if
They'd existed there for quite a while, but just peacefully, like just kind
We
of
found
hunting
a
and
pretty
gathering
good
stuff.
treasure haul, which we then bartered a lot of it off to get better stuff. But I remember there was like a bronze sword and some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like an
like that
ancient ruin that you'd found some things, yeah. And so, but they recently had begun attacking caravans and towns and stuff and become a lot more aggressive, and it was because this woman had kind of come in, this necromancer had come and began ordering them to do it.
right, I remember that.
So you guys said, stop it, don't draw any more attention, lay low.
People like us won't come to kill you if you stop
Yep.
attacking people.
Yeah,
Um,
like going through the tunnels was really, that was
Yeah.
cool, that was fun. They had some traps in there too, didn't they? So do you do anything, or do you just kind of take notice of it?
They're starting to cook food.
They're in the
making
process
dinner.
of cooking some food. They've given you some, like just a very crude, rudimentary plate with some sort of grain cooked in
Okay.
it with some food. There's different food that they're providing. It's like they're just piling food on you, giving you tons of different foods. They seem to keep bringing more, and they're bringing you offerings too, almost like, here, take this bowl of berries, here's some coins, give you some copper and a few silver coins, and scavenged items.
We're
So,
grateful. We're grateful,
It's
right?
almost like they're treating you like you're their
Kings and queens.
kings and queens or gods or something like that.
Red, would you do me a favor? Stay with them. Entertain them.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to exit the building, venture out into the woods a little bit, and meditate with Osseous, and summon Osseous to leave Gravemorn and delve down into the earth and search for a suitable corpse to inhabit.
Is that rat girl still buried in the earth?
I freed her.
I freed her.
Freed her?
So see if Osseous can find, even if it's a mouse, something dead, something long dead. Osseous will delve into the earth until he finds something to inhabit.
Okay.
That's what I do.
So you wait and you're meditating, planted the. It's a rod or a staff?
It's a rod.
Staff now, right?
It's a rod.
Still a rod?
Mhm.
It was a wand and now
No, it's always a rod.
that was a rod.
Mm-hmm.
So you plant it in the ground and
The little green
Meditate.
mist come out of the eyes of
the mist comes out,
Osseous.
kind of drapes down over your hands and fingers down.
And just sinks
into
down into the
soil.
earth.
You wait
And I wait.
a minute or two,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel kind of this vibration in the ground. And then there's a hand comes out and starts to dig and claw its way out, pulls itself out. As you see this form, it's humanoid, fairly tall, as it claws its way out, totally skeletal, almost like petrified levels of skeleton. No flesh on it whatsoever. And you see these like big heavy eyebrow ridges, these kind of spines that angle back, has a angular jaw almost like that with teeth in it, and
Lizard folk kind of thing.
roll a nature check.
8.
8.
I don't
Some
know if I know this
Reptilian
creature.
in some form, but you're not exactly sure
It's hard to tell.
what type.
It's a very old skeleton.
You think either lizard folk, dragonborn, maybe some sort of draconic.
And Malachi
form.
did raise a dragonborn last time we were in the Rat City, shortly after he gained Osseous. That was
Looks
one of the
very
first
similar.
things he raised.
How old is this place? Is it a dinosaur? Raise a T-Rex on
Yeah.
the ground.
Yeah.
The T-Rex comes out, but it claws its way out. Stands maybe about 5-6 inches taller than you.
Okay.
But it stands up and you see that green glow in its eyes. It's almost this mist that seems to kind of just flow out and then just dissipate.
Malachi circles, looks, inspects,
Turns and
investigates.
follows you with its eyes.
Okay.
You hear in your mind.
That part.
Holy shit!
That's what we hear in his
That's what I
mind.
was thinking.
That's his mind.
Way to ruin a moment.
Sorry.
Did
You
you
could
hear
have
it?
taken the blame for
You
that
Oh,
hear-
one.
that was me. That was
You
me,
hear-
guys. Far away.
You can't tell if it's like a whisper, but it's this breathy voice almost that says, Master. As it just stares at you. And
This
you
is what you
get
want.
a sense
Mhm.
that there's some intelligence there.
Osseous?
I serve.
Then follow. And I'll go back to the rat village.
It just walks with you. As you walk in, the rat folk don't seem that surprised. They're a little bit scared of it.
Yeah.
They stay
What does he look
away
like
from
again?
it. But
What
it's
is he?
The big, tall
Looks like a-
skeleton.
kind of reptilian-headed,
Not human.
humanoid-looking creature.
Yeah.
And it's all skeletal though. You
Malachi
walk in and the
leads
rat
it.
folk just give it a wide berth and they just stay away from it. But they've seen raised
Stuff.
undead before. They've served that necromancer.
Oh, the necromancer, yeah.
Yeah. So they're not that shocked. So he comes walking back in.
And I'm going to note the time. This is one way that Malachi will notice if anything's different with Osseous. Because Malachi knows that Osseous can inhabit a corpse for 1 hour.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to keep track of time.
Take note of the time.
Yes. To see if Osseous can stay a little longer.
So we'll end with this. As the hour passes and you come to the point where you expect Osseous to fade or go away, it doesn't. It remains.
That's cool. Okay. Malachi will...
We'll end there.
Malachi is super excited about that.
Couldn't have Lady Tearle, so he's going with the sack of bones.
I think Balthazar got the better end of that deal.
Just the beginning.
Yeah, what do you know? Wait, I'm not yours. Whatever.
That was cool.
And I'm just getting fed by the rats.
You're getting fed. You're hanging out with
I'm
Jack.
hanging out with
Just
Jack and the
telling
rats.
you jokes.
And I'm laughing and drinking.
Feeding you tidbits of the meat.
Me and Jack.
Here's a
We're
choice
tight.
bit. Nice juicy bit of meat for you. I got some more meat.
As long as it's cooked, baby.
Raw and wriggling.
Lord of the Rings.
Well, thanks, guys.
That was fun.